Hope you're having a lovely day and you're searching for another recipe. This is the Majestic Cupcakery.
Marble video number 3, let's go. So I'm starting off by adding a tiny bit of purple food colouring into my buttercream. I like to do this to tone out any yellow in the buttercream and make it more white. It's a really handy hack if you have no white food colouring, and it works really well. I'm then just going around spreading a nice layer on this cake that I have already pre-crumb coated. You can see how much whiter the buttercream looks just from that coat. Keep going until it all has a nice thick coat. Add some to the top to get a nice straight edge. Now going in with my smoothing tool, I'm just going around the cake smoothing it out. For this particular design, I'm going to leave it quite textured because that's how I like it, but if you prefer a more smooth finish, go ahead and smooth that out until you're happy. You can see this is how I'm going to leave it. It's also a lot easier than trying to get it super smooth, which is why I love doing it this way. Don't forget to go around them top edges and pinch in with that palette knife. Wiping it down every time it leaves the cake will make sure you get that super crisp edge. At this point, you're going to set it in the fridge for about an hour to get this base coat set really hard to add your marble effect onto. If it's not set enough, the design won't work as well. Once out of the fridge, you can go in and create that beautiful marble effect. I've dyed some of the buttercream I had earlier this really nice sage green colour, and I'm just using my palette knife to spread on little bits around the sides of the cake. Keep on going, applying little dots of it where you think you need it. Remember, less is more, and you can always add more later if needed. Try and keep them evenly spaced apart so when you smooth it out in a minute, you still have some of the white peeking through. Then going in with the smoother, I just very lightly skim around the top, trying not to disturb the white buttercream. The purpose of chilling it for so long before is so when you spread out the green buttercream, it sits nicely on top to create a beautiful easy marble effect. There's no need to wipe off your smoother, just keep on spreading until you reach the desired look you're going for. As you can see, it's starting to come along nicely. At this point, I added a tiny bit more of the green where I felt like it needed it. Then again went in and smoothed that out. Use your palette knife to smooth out any little bits that look a little bit rough or you just want to make a bit neater, and that's the main design done. It's now time to add the silver metallic drip. In a piping bag I have some white chocolate ganache. I will leave the quantities in the description below to how you can make it. I then just chopped the very end of the piping bag off so only a thin amount comes out. Then went ahead and piped that around the top edge. It will look a little thick to start with, but the ganache tends to spread out so it will ease itself out into place. Once all the drip was done, I piped some on top and just spread that out until it was nice and smooth. Now you have a perfect drip, you can go ahead and set that in the fridge before we move on to adding the silver. Just mix some edible silver luster dust from rainbow dust with some vodka to make a paint, and went around painting the drips. You might need to do a few coats depending, but it dries really quick. So by the time you've gone round once, you can go around again with that second coat. And that is the finished look. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!